Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. So guys, on this video I will be creating a memorandum for SCW2601 May or June exam, which was written in 2023 for first semester. So I can created memorandum on my own, so I do stand to be corrected if someone opposes. So yeah guys, please do not forget to subscribe so that I may be able to see your comment if you want to comment. This nowadays YouTube has upgraded its features, so I can only see those who have subscribed. Like if you comment, I will only see the comments of those who have subscribed. If you have not subscribed, then I won't see your comment. Even if you comment more than 100 times, I won't even be able to see it. I have changed it to see only those who have subscribed, so make sure that you do support, and that subscription, guys, is free. Does not take away your data, does not even take away your airtime, stuff like that. If you don't want to be annoyed by the thing of like me uploading videos, stuff like that, you can turn that notification thing off. Still fine. So let's just start with the first question. So guys, question 1.1. Before you start answering this thing, you need to read that case study or case summary and understand who's who and who did what to who. Last time I remember it was talking about Tabo, who's a boyfriend of is it Jessica or who? Angelina. Yeah, Angelina. So Tabo lost his job, Angelina started to do what, stuff like that. But you have to read it also to understand what is happening there, who did what to who and who did not do what to who. So someone recommended that I should speak slowly, like talk slowly. So I will try by all means to be slow. Yeah, so that you guys can understand the best things that you need to understand again. So 1.1, which act of parliament regulates abusive cases within household in South Africa? So for this one, I think that it is Domestic Violence Act 116 of 1998. It has been explained on page 186 on 14.2. Yeah, it has also explained that legislation so that you will see what I am talking about. 186 in your study guide. So let's move to the next question. So the next question is 1.2. Does act identified in 1.1 apply in a case study above? Motivate your answer. So obviously guys, if you have read that case, then you will see who's that guy is being abused by his girlfriend. Then you're gonna say yes, and then you will state reasons may differ. You can say that who's that girl? Angelina is abusing Tabo by insulting, stuff like that. As you have seen, the actions which she was doing, which were kind of like illegal. Okay, 1.3. Can Tabo institute a legal case against Angelina and justify your answer? So they want to know if Tabo can press the charges. So now, according to me, I think that it is a no, because Tabo can file a protection order against Angelina. So if Angelina breaks those conditions, I do believe that she will be arrested. Yeah, she will be arrested. If you go to page 187, then you're going to see what I'm talking about. I think under 14.2.1 remedies, And then I do believe that also if you read for 14.3, then also you will understand the procedure of this thing of what do you call it, this thing of protection order, and then you'll be able to state up to 4 facts, because of they say that justify. But I think that maybe yes will be counted, or yes or no will be counted, and then if you give 3 reasons, yeah, it could be enough. So let's go to 1.4. So 1.5, Thabo managed to 1.4 mean to say 1.4. Thabo confides in his brother about Angelina's behavior. Out of anger and shock, Thabo's brother wants to avenge Thabo by taking the law into his own hands. Explain to Thabo's brother the function or purpose of law. So guys, we all know that functions of law is to protect people, to ensure that people live together in peace and harmony, stuff like that. But let me just refer you to the study guide. So in your study guide, guys, if you go to page 8, you are gonna see the heading 1.1, the function or purpose of the law. It is a long paragraph, né? But let's just go to page 9. Yeah, page 9, né? So on page 9, you're gonna see the purpose or functions of the law. They kind of like made 2 lines there. They're in a bold, but there are 2. So you can read from page 8 and page 9 under 1.2, functions and purposes of the law, and then add to those 2 points which are in a bold, which state that serves to maintain peace and order in a society by means of criminal succession. The law serves to balance the interest of the individuals and those of the community at large. So which means that you already have 2 points in it, and then the other point, just try to summarize something which it is on page 8 and 9 under 1.2, the functions of law, which is not mentioned, or it is kind of like different from those 2 points, but it is there. You just have to read and summarize it in your own understanding, then you'll be able to add the 3rd point in it. So it is important for you guys to read so that you can be able to add points in it. And then 1.5, Thabo manages to convince his brother that he, Thabo, will apply for a protection order. Outline the procedure that must be followed while applying for a protection order in South Africa. So this one, yeah, this one I do believe it is on page, let me just check and confirm the pages. So yeah, like this. The answer is not that far. The procedure when applying, yes, it is on page 188. I kind of like made a mistake, said 187, whereby it is 188. 14.3.3 under page 188. It states that the basic procedure when applying for protection order. So guys, whatever that is under 14.3.3 is going to give you that 9%. Yeah? So let's move to the next question. 1.6. I cannot see well then. My apology for that one. 1.6. Thabo successfully applies for the protection order mentioned in 1.5. However, Angelina continues with her abuse behavior. The court issues a warrant of arrest for Angelina What type of a case is this? Give reason for your answer. This one might be a bit difficult, but since she is assaulting, I do believe that is going to be criminal. And it's a criminal, someone will end up in jail if you are breaking the law. But with civil, someone will end up suing the other person, so no one has to go to jail. So I do believe that it is criminal. And then they have stated, give reason for your answer. So let me just check for answers. So for answers, guys, I do believe that if you check like what is happening in the scenario, and then also check the characteristics of this thing, criminal case. Let me just check the page. Criminal case. The characteristics of a criminal case. I do believe that we will be able to see what are the reason. Yes, I am seeing it determines that an offense and the possibility of sentence. So which means that if Jessica did that, she can end up being arrested or being sentenced. So yeah, on page 52 in your study guide 3.2.2, you're going to see the difference between civil case and a criminal case, and then you just have to apply, like you just have to see the characteristics or what is happening in the study guide, and then look at those characteristics of civil and criminal, and then you'll see like which one suits this case, this answer. I'm to say this question. So now for now, I do believe that criminal case, because of insulting and what those things can land you straight in jail. You can end up being in jail. So state that offense and the possible sentence and stuff like that, then it even explain going forth, and it also has this thing of criminal case, So I do believe that stating the type of a case and explaining why that type, looking at the scenario and the characteristics of those cases, then you'll be able to make that 4 points. Okay, 1.7. Angelina asks that they resolve the issues outside the court system. How would mediation benefit them? So Angelina wants to resolve this thing outside the court, which means that she does not want to go to court to settle it in court or to find any solution of their situation in court. So they just want to know like how can this mediation help. So we are going to look at the benefits or the advantages of mediation. So if you go to page 59 in your study guide 4.3.1, you're gonna find the advantage. So according to what I see is that we only have 4 points. So I do believe that if we start by explaining what is mediation, maybe they could give us 1 tick, then we'll have 4 tick later after that, I mean to say. Or maybe try to summarize that thing, that the chief advantage of mediation is that it encourages dispute to communicate what it is also a point. Also, if you just take it and then combine it with those 4 points, then you will have 5 points to answer. And then 1.8, Tabo rejects Angelina's suggestion to go to mediation due to the process drawbacks. Discuss those drawbacks. So Tabo thinks that this thing is going to be delaying them, So they just want to know, Gucci, like what are those things that Tabo does not like about this mediation. So on this part, we will look at the disadvantages of mediation. Then you just mention those disadvantages of mediation. So if you go to the same page 59, but under 4.3.2, then you're going to find those disadvantages. Then you'll be able to make that 5 points. So let's go to 1.9. Does Angelina have the necessary criminal capacity? Give reason for your answer. And then they said 5 marks. Yo, this one is going to be tricky, guys. So according to me, I think yes, she's above 18. And on page, let me just check this page. 8. Fast. Criminal capacity. Criminal capacity is on page 118. So let's just go there, page 118. Just got it. Let's not speak about it. Mental capacity. What's that thing? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Should I say 1? Yes. 8.2.4.1, you're gonna see criminal capacity. It has all the youthfulness, stuff like that. So you just have to take points which are going to be enough to show that Angelina had necessary capacity. And I do believe that she has necessary capacity because she's not mentally disturbed. She's over she has reached matured age, stuff like that. So if you read that thing, then you'll see what are we talking about. Then you'll be able to get that 5. So let's go to question 2. Section B, question 2, one of the easiest. That one was the longest question. So section B, question 2. 2.1. List the types of punishment that South African courts may impose. And then they said 8 marks. So for that one, please go to page, let me just confirm it. In print. Okay, just a moment, guys. Just want to confirm. I forgot the page. Just forgot the page. But last time I checked, where I saw those things, there were about 8. Yeah. Page 169. Page 169 in your study guide. If you go to 12.7, under 12.7, they just wanted to know the types. They did not want you to explain. So which means that there's no need for you to be going through that 12.7.1 explaining what is imprisonment, stuff like that. I don't think that they need that. They just said at least. So they are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are all 8. Imprisonment, a fine, correctional supervision, committal to a treatment center, suspended sentence, postponed sentence, caution and discharge, compensation and restitution, something like that in nature. So just take those things, copy and paste. There's no way that you can paraphrase that. There's some certain things, guys, that you can paraphrase, but there's some certain things no maganja, you just have to take it the way it is. So yeah, some things you can paraphrase, but some things, boy, so 2.2, name and explain the 4 different theories of punishment. So if you go to 12.4 and page 165, you're going to find those 4 points. So since they said that 8 marks, I do believe that if you write those 4 points and then explain them, like for example, we have theory of retribution, and then if you say that the theory of retribution, then you explain that in terms of a theory of this theory, an offender must be punished because he or she deserves it, something like that. And then even with those other points, do the same thing. Then we have 2.3, which state that list the elements of a crime, and then you have 4 marks. So for that one, let me just check. I forgot to write the page also on that one. Elements. Okay. Just loading. Elements of crime. It is page 160. Okay. Elements of crime. Okay. Page 160, 8.2, definition and element of a crime. So I do believe that you will just start with 8.2.1, which state that an act must be committed. And then the next point is 8.2.2, the act must have been committed unlawfully. 8.2.3, the act of which a person is accused must be forbidden on pain of punishment. I don't know what that's saying. 8.2.4, the act must be accompanied by fault. So I don't think that there will be any need for you to explain those things, because of they just said 4 points, so which means that each point will be getting each point. Okay guys, 3.1, the Bill of Rights is found in which source of law? Okay, so they just want to know, so I don't have that page, I mean to say that image, but source of laws, which the source of law which was used there, I do believe that it is the 1996 Constitution. Yeah, the 1996 Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. It is on page 34. So yeah, starting from 2.2, which is 33, page 33, you're gonna find all those sources of law, but the one that I see fits is that one of 1996. Then the next one, does the South African courts consider the source mentioned in question 3.1 to be authoritative or persuasive in a nature? Justify your answer. So page 32, I'm to say 3.2 is there, it's talking about we have to choose between authoritative or persuasive in nature. So I do believe that page 30, how much, let me just check, the 34, yeah, page 34, at the beginning it kind of like explain the difference between author and pair. And then 2.2.2 is going to explain the 1919 Constitution of the Republic. So I do believe that the first answer should be authoritative. The reason being is because of this thing is being used as a primary, not as a second option. It's always there. It's the root or the fundamental thing about law. It is the foundation of law. Lawyers are prepared. Okay, So yeah, so if you just take out one of the characteristics out of this thing, 2.2.2, then I do believe that you're going to be able to support why is it authoritative. Okay? Because of last time I checked on my other study guide to state that lawyers do use this thing to prepare for KCAC, all the documents and stuff like that. So yeah, but I do believe that that whole thing will explain everything. Ne? 2.2, but start with answering is it authoritative or what, then you get a point, then you just take out two things out of that thing, like explain those two characteristics a bit, then I do believe that you will have everything in order. Then 3.3, in terms of section 8 of 2, a provision of Bill of Rights binds a neutral or a juristic person, discuss the requirements that must be met before a neutral person becomes a legal subject. Okay, let me check the page. Okay, state that page 15, but let me be sure, but I don't want to make any mistake. I just want to make sure. Page 15, 616. Okay, we do have page 16. But guys, it's important for you to study it at page 13 so that you can understand what are the requirements. Ne? What are the requirements? Oh, discuss natural person becomes. Page 15. Yeah, page 15, it has the answers for you. Page 15, it has answers for you. You're gonna see a table, so just focus on the it's the left table under legal subject. It has everything there. So let's go to page to 3.4. So 3.4, this distinguish between a juristic person and a neutral person. So we just have to show the difference between a juristic and neutral person. So as I have mentioned that starting from page 13 under table B up to page 15, you're going to be able to see the difference between juristic person and neutral person. Ne? So just go to that page, you'll be able to make that 4 points. 3.6, discuss the concept of constitutionalism. Ne? So if you go to page 28 in your study guide, you're going to find an activity. So go to point E, then you are going to find a memo for that, feedback for that. Then I do believe that you'll be able to make it to that 5 point on your own. Support the notion, stuff like that. We are told. Yeah, so let's go to question 4. So question 4, okay. 4.1, the Social Assistance Act 13 of 2004 is enforced by the I think that is the legislative authority. Let me just show you legislative. Just do it like this so that you guys could see what am I seeing. Okay, if you go to 1.4.8 under human rights in South Africa, South African Constitution, and then if you go a bit down, you want to see the power of the state are separated into 3 branches. Then it explains legislative, executive, and judicial. So it will explain those powers. You'll see who has the power at which level. Ne? So my first answer for A is legislative authority, And then for B, it states that branches, it states that while the act in, I'm used to say, the act is interpreted by the, obvious, it's going to be judicial, it interprets everything, and then is amended by the executive authority. Obviously, those are the ones who make the law. They applies and carry it out. 4.2, it states that faults consist of either, and then it stated A. Let me show you. Where did I get it? Intent. Okay, let me search. No, let me use intent. Space. So if you go to page 170 in your study guide under 8.2.4, the act must be accompanied by. So if you go a bit down at the last page, you're gonna see there are two main categories of fault, namely intent or negligence. So it's either you put negligence first or intent first, like does not matter. Even if you do that mix, just as long as you have those two things there for A and B. So let's go to 4.3. In terms of theory, an offender is punished to warn the rest of the society, while the purpose of B theory is to punish those who break the law because they deserve it. So for this one, go to, what is that page of theories? Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Theories. Just want to talk about something which I'm seeing, and then you guys can also see it. 12.4, page 165, if you still remember. So I kind of like selected what is this thing? For A, I said the deterrent theory, as you can see, state that an offender must be punished so that out of fear of being punished, he or she will never do it again. So they kind of like here setting an example with someone here, you can see. And then for B, I said reputation state that offender must be punished because he deserves it. So you can see I'm on the right track. So 4.4, guys, court are appointed by decision of obvious. Lower courts are appointed by B, which is the highest court. And getting a magistrate, if you want to oppose or go against magistrate's judgment, you can take it to the higher court. Still fine. But let me just show you with pages. Just want to show you, so like when I'm talking about something, I just want to show you, where did I get it? Just want you to understand what I'm talking about. This thing is all about lineage. It's not about finding answers, isn't it? So for 41, page 41 in your study guides, if you check, it is written there in bold. Just check the words which are written in bold. Instead of the case, I'm just saying the lower courts are bounded by the decision of the higher court in similar cases. So you just have to say lower courts, lower, and then the court is there, and then you just have to say higher. So lower and higher. We are good to go. Now, parties of the proceedings, are known as the applicant and the respondent. It's going to be civil, but let me just prove it to you. Respondent. Go to 6.2 on page 74. Read that last paragraph. then you will see Guti, it is civil. It even states that the parties are known as plaintiff and the defendant in action proceeding, or the applicant and respondent in application proceedings. So yeah, I think that we are done. So guys, please do subscribe, just to support my YouTube channel, and then so that even if you are commenting, then I can be able to read your comment, or see it. So guys, all the best. So if you have any question based on this video, please do comment, then I will respond to you. But remember that I only respond to those who support me. So if you don't show any support, I won't be able to see your comment. All the best, guys.